for the course. So we'll start with the one that you're most familiar with. This is your Blackboard site for the course. And we will use this for announcements as they come along over the course of the semester. The syllabus is also posted here, but also elsewhere, and I'll talk about that in a bit. Course documents are here as well, the key course documents. I have put the course readings here. As you know by now, we're not using the textbook for this course because everything's in the public domain, so I've gone ahead and put everything online, both here and on Salon, which I'll talk about in a little bit. That's the second platform that I'll take you on a tour of in a little bit. Here are the course readings, though, on Blackboard. They're listed as both Word documents and PDFs, so use these if you prefer to print out your readings and carry them with you. If you're not feeling like you're going to be online all the time, you may want to look into this. You know, it's a good bit of printing if you go that route, so there'll be some costs associated with that and some paper. But if that's something you prefer to do, that's fine. You can even do some of your annotating of these texts in a print format if you choose to, but you'll need to transfer those annotations onto Salon, which I'll talk about in a little bit. The only other thing I'll really be using Blackboard for, I do have some web links for each collection. These are just supplemental materials. There's also some resources that the main publisher that we work with, Norton, has included that supplement your reading. So you might want to look at these in addition to the web links if you want a little bit more background, because that is kind of missing when you don't use a textbook, but I'm confident that you'll be able to make sense of these readings on your own, but with a little bit of help from the web links and the Norton resources. And of course, Tools is on here so that you can periodically check your grades, which I'll be using Blackboard for that. And so that's something I'm sure you're all familiar with. If you just go to Tools, My Grades, you can check and see. And I plan on updating the gradebook every weekend after each week of assignments are completed. So that's Blackboard. Let's move on to Salon, which is what I mentioned earlier, is really where the readings are going to be for the course. So what you'll see when you go to classroomsalon.com or classroomsalon.org will also get you there. Or you can use that link that I've put in the syllabus to our specific classroom salon that we're using for the semester. Regardless, this is the first thing you'll see, and you'll need to sign up. So you won't have an email or password yet, so you'll need to click on this little sign up here. It's here where they remind you, as I'll remind you again here in the video, that Chrome and Firefox are really the two best browsers to use for Salon. This does not really work with Internet Explorer. So if you don't have Chrome already, or Firefox, or at least Safari as a browser that you're regularly using, I recommend strongly that you download, obviously for free, either Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, because that's going to work much better on Salon. It'll work much better on PBWorks, and really, frankly, for a lot of sites. So do that. That actually ends up being a problem for more students in the first week. I get more phone calls about and emails about this isn't working, and it turns out it's because Internet Explorer was the browser in play. So lose Internet Explorer, pick up Google Chrome, and you'll be much better off. So here you'll be asked to sign up. If you click on sign up, you'll get an opportunity to give your name, email, whatever password you want. Registration code for everyone is POPCITY, POPCITY. Sign up. I'll get an email from Salon saying that I've got a student who wants to join the Salon in question. That's when you'll want to use that link in the syllabus to get to the specific Salon, and you'll be in the Salon and ready to participate. So when you get to the Salon, here's what it looks like. The first thing you'll see, actually, when you first sign up, and I'll go ahead and show you last semester's version because it's actually got a little bit more kind of going on. So once you have an account, you can actually sign up and get yourself into the mix here. And what'll happen is the first thing you'll see is the Salon in question, whatever you've signed up for. And it's going to be the same space that we're all sharing. And your collections, your readings will all be here, and you can just click on the collection and here you go. So what'll happen is you'll have the opportunity to read these collections on Salon, even if you've read them through a print version of the text, if that's how you've elected to do the course readings. You'll want to jump on Salon and actually do your your annotations. So you'll have a couple of different ways that you can look at them. You can open up a collection clicking on this little pen icon, this little annotate this document icon, and I recommend that for the first set of annotations. As you know, you have to do 4 initial annotations to any collection of readings. So what you might want to do is start with this just clean copy, because these initial annotations are due by Sunday night, basically by the beginning of the week. So you'll want to just, if you want to say something about a passage, maybe you've read it already in a print version, maybe you haven't, maybe you're just reading it online, you say, oh, this looks interesting. Click and drag, and you can just make whatever comment you want to make. There's some instructions about the type of annotations that you can make in the course document entitled Annotations and Responses. And then you just save that, and that will be part of the record of what everybody has said about this text. Let's say John Smith's description of New England, which is one of the first texts we're reading. So that's one way you can go about doing your initial annotations. Now what happens is later in the week, by Thursday night, your follow-up annotations are due. Now the assumption here is that by Sunday night, we've had a couple of hundred annotations made by all of the students. So you have a lot to work with by the time you reopen that collection. So I'll give you an idea of what this looks like. If you click on the eyeball icon here, the View This Document icon, takes a little longer because it actually collects everything everybody said. Now you've got this wonderful multicolored version of the document here that captures what everybody has said about the text. So in the same period, you would see not only your comments that you made on this sentence, but also a bunch of other comments. But let's say you came back and decided you wanted to say something about this paragraph. You would simply click on this paragraph, and here comes the discussion of what everybody has said to just this particular paragraph. So you can choose to join that discussion if you want, and by clicking on Join This Discussion, you would then have the opportunity to post something, which would also count as a follow-up discussion. So that's one way you can use Salon effectively. So there's a lot of ways to come in and do your follow-up annotations. You can always go back to your home page and get back to the actual Salon in question and come back to the collection. There's a third way you can do things, and that's with the little discussion bubble, if you want. And that's another way to come back at the collection in a slightly different format. But if you, again, wanted to say something about this third paragraph, you would just kind of, let's say, just click and drag over this whole paragraph, and it isolates just the things that have been said about that paragraph. A lot of students like this because you can really just reply specifically to a particular classmate's comment. So again, a lot of ways to do it. You'll get the hang of it. It's very intuitive. It's really cool. It's a great way to be connected to the it's a great way to be connected to the class. So that's Salon. For the final platform is the wiki, and what we're doing here is basically using PBWorks. And again, for this, you'll jump in by actually first going to the address that I've given you, spring14amlit.pbworks.com. You'll see to join this workspace, upper right-hand corner, request access. Click on that. Same kind of thing, sign up, give me your email address, type in the one letter that they want for the CAPTCHA, send it to the administrator. That's me. I will approve you as a member of the wiki, and then you'll be good to go. What I've done here is I've created a student workspace for each of you. So you'll see, if you're a student in the class, you've got a little space where you'll be able to put your reading responses and group responses. So if you're jumping in here and you're already logged in, let me log in as myself so that you can see how easy it is to actually post and save material on a semi-weekly basis, because you've got a reading response due by Tuesday nights and a group response due by Friday nights. So your first reading response, you'll jump in. Let me just pretend here like I'm Hassel, go into edit mode, put in my reading response. I recommend you compose these offline, as always. Don't be composing on wikis or Blackboard or much of anything because it can always crash, but you want to have a backup Word version of everything you do for the course anyway. So go ahead and write up your reading response as a Word document, keep that on file, and then just get in the habit of copying and pasting whatever that response is, and then you just save, and now it's part of the record. And what we'll do is we'll actually add, each time we have something new, we'll put the latest stuff first, so then when Hassel has a GR1 to post, copy and paste that material, save, and this will just be an ongoing record throughout the course of your work. So, and the thing is, you can always edit this. You can get rid of all of this. You can change it. You can improve it. There's always a page history, so you can always get something back if you happen to lose something. So you have everything that I've just done over the past few minutes there. So the wiki's been a great thing to work with over the last couple of years, as well as a way of kind of capturing all of your longer work that can't be captured in a brief period of time. So that's about it from here. So I will be in touch certainly, and you should feel free to send along any questions that you might have. Talk to you soon.